Hi, we're here with Maria Benitez, a great friend of mine and a Mexican artist. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good. I wanted to thank you for doing this interview with me. So let's start. Can you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I'm from Mexico City, and I moved here 16 years ago.
Okay.
Yes, because I got married and then my husband got a job here.
And when did you decided or started getting interest into art?
I think I've been always interested in art, but I started creating when I was like 20 years old.
Okay.
Yes.
Uh, okay. And why do you do what you do? Why do you paint or use different techniques? Why?
Oh, about okay. I paint because I need to express all the images that I have always in my mind. So it's like I need to do that, and because it's like time stops when I'm painting, so it's a moment to be with me. And about the different techniques, because I'm very curious, so I like to explore different mediums.
Okay. Uh, what is creativity to you?
Oh, good question. I don't know. It's to let yourself, to be yourself, and no be afraid that all the things that are in your mind, and have the freedom to express all your ideas.
Do you consider yourself creative?
I think so, a little bit.
Why?
Because that's what I do. I try, to put in the paper or or on canvas all the feelings and the ideas that I have in my mind.
Who had been your biggest influences in your work?
Oh, some friends,
Mm.
yes,
Can you tell us about them?
yes, friends. They were artists too, and I admire them. And it was very important to communicate with them because they understand me, so we can communicate, and I can they can help me, and it's easier for me to structure what I'm thinking with their help. That was the first influence.
Okay, and what comes first to you, the story or the art, or what is most important for you to begin creating?
Every time is different. Every time is different. Many different things inspire me. So sometimes it's a color, sometimes it's a story. It's different each time.
Okay, and what type of stories would you like to tell people? For example, when it is a story or not a color, what type of stories would you like to people to know?
Um, I don't know. Could be ideas that I have, feelings that I have, things that I love. I think that's the main things that inspire me.
Okay. Are they any events or in your life that have been crucial into your work?
No, not just an event. I think it has been a process.
What do you see different between the art here and the art in Mexico?
Uh, I don't know. I think it's more about the artist, the person, and know where the person is.
Okay, and But where do you find more inspiration, here or when you were living over there?
Or
Or
maybe in Mexico,
why?
because it's a, it's the place that I know most, because all the colors and all the it's all the time influencing you, all
Okay.
those things. But I find inspiration here too. It's as I told you, it's more the artist than the exterior.
And what are your most, like, your favorite Mexican artists?
Oh, I love the muralists, because all the social things that they express, and all the color and the size. I really like them. I
Okay.
think it was they define a very important time, in Mexico.
Why?
Oh, because, it was after the revolution, so all the social things, all the social critics are well represented in their work.
Okay. And what do you do to get into a creative zone?
The thing, and it's very hard for me to do it, is just sit and start doing something. I always find many distractions around me, so it's not easy for me. But the moment when I decide I'm going to do something, I just start doing
Very good.
something.
So this question is probably linked to that. What is? Tell us a little bit more about your creative process. Once you have found that zone, uh, what is the process of creating a piece for you?
Complicated, because I takes me longer to think about it than do it. So if I have an idea, and the idea comes from nature, from other works, other people's work, or comes from a picture, or comes, I don't know, if I like the colors in your clothes, that can inspire me. It comes from many different sources, and I have the idea. I'm all day. You, all day. I cannot stop. I'm thinking about it and how can I do it. And then when I finally decide to do it, everything comes out.
Okay, and also I wanted to ask, do you have a like a favorite technique or something that you feel more comfortable with? Can you tell us like a little bit about your favorite techniques and why do you like them a lot and what's the difference between them in case there's more than one?
Yes, I think oil is my favorite technique, and maybe it's because it's the one that I've been working more than any other one. So I think it's easier for me oil painting than other techniques.
How long did you have you been like take was it your first technique?
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, I've been painting with oils about 20 years.
And what other techniques have you been also using or interested in, or maybe just experimented with?
With printmaking, and it's beautiful, because it was funny, because with printmaking I'm able to do very different things than the things that I do with oil. So with, I don't know why, with making I can be more abstract or conceptual, not too realistic as in oil painting. I don't know why. And I love printmaking. It's an endless. It has endless possibilities, so I enjoy a lot. And now I'm exploring watercolor, and
How
I'm
is it?
very happy because I'm enjoying a lot. I never tried to do it before because I thought that it was very difficult, especially if I paint with oil. But no, I'm feeling very good doing watercolor.
Great. And so that's this question is pretty much related to that. How are you in terms of taking risks when you're working?
I try to do it. I try to do it. It's not. It's a little hard because sometimes I feel fear to do it, but I try to do it.
And what about other interests besides painting? What do you have? Would you say that you have more broad interests, or uh, painting is in your heart, or what? What can you tell us about that?
I think that painting is my unique interest. I think so.
Okay. And do you consider yourself a curious person?
Yes, I am.
Um, and tell me the things you're curious about.
Oh, I'm curious about everything. Everything. I'm curious about if I listen a story, I want to know more or imagine more or what if, you know. I'm curious about to learn other techniques or other methods to for painting. I think I'm curious about many things.
Okay. And what is the critique or criticism process that you go through with your work, and how is that different from when you critique other people's work?
Uy, I think I'm. It's harder on me.
What?
I critique more my work than others because I know. Sometimes you have something in your mind and an idea, and when you do it, it's not the same. So it's like a little suffer sometimes.
On other people or on you?
No, in me.
Okay.
No, in me, because in other people I just see the work and maybe I like it or not. But in me it's different because I know what I wanted to do.
Okay.
And sometimes I can get it and sometimes I can't. So
yes, and I know that you and your family are museum lovers. So have you like taught your kids how to critique art, or have you shared with you, because they both are very sensitive as well? And what is it like for you to walk into a museum with your own children and analyzing art from other people, and how do you just, I don't know, what kind of comments are the ones that you make with your own children?
oh, we enjoy a lot, especially me. I enjoy a lot. I would like to read art books and the biographies of the artists too. So they, when we go to the museums, they know. Sometimes they know what they are going to see. And at the museum, we talk about everything, like what is your favorite piece, why colors, or do you remember what style is that? So I think we enjoy a lot.
That's great.
Yes.
And how do you stay original in your work?
Oh, I don't know. That to be original is I don't know if exist that concept because we all have influences, even if you are not conscious about it.
Okay, and
So
so if it's not original, I think what word would you look for it instead of saying how do you stay original, since originality is not like accurate to describe what you do. What word would you choose instead of original?
I think you can be original having influences.
Okay.
Because maybe something or some work inspires you, but you have your own feeling about it. So that's the thing that puts the originality in your work.
Okay, and if you could pick three words to describe your work, what would they be? And if you can elaborate a little bit on each of the words that you choose.
Okay, I think colorful, it's very important to me. Um, it's it's really it really means my feelings. I think you can see that, and I think happiness, because for me it's I really happy when I can finish something.
Okay, and let me see. Uh, do you have you ever felt discouraged, and how did that affect your creativity?
Oh yes, always, always, because as we talk about it, that you have an idea, and it's like you can think, oh, it's very easy, I want to do that and just do it, but no, it's a hard process. So yes, I sometimes I get frustrated
And
because I cannot do what is in my mind.
um,
And the thing that I do is keep
okay.
going, and have accidents, and it's okay because some of that those accidents are happy accidents. And try to it's another thing. Try to finish the art,
Okay.
because if not, every day you want to change something. So it's good to know when it's done.
Okay. Can you? I see that you're holding one of your wonderful pieces. And
Yes.
can you please tell us about it and the influences that you received?
Yes.
Wait a second. Let me.
Sorry.
Don't worry.
Yes. This is a landscape. I try to do it an abstract thing. It's not very abstract, but the influence was the color. The connection when I started doing with my mind, and just be free to put all this color. This is an oil painting.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And did you name it?
No,
Okay, not yet.
no,
Do you name your work or not?
no.
Okay.
Only when I have to do it.
When do you have to do it? What's the difference?
For a show, for example, or something like that.
Okay.
But if not, no names.
Oh, okay, perfect. And what inspires you?
Oh, everything, but I think mainly nature inspires me a lot.
Okay. What is your artistic outlook on life?
Just keep doing this for me. It's good. Sometimes uh, moves me, to try to have a show or things like that. But the main thing, the most important, is just do it. If I have an idea here, just do it.
So, what do you think you want your legacy to be for other people when they are admiring your work? What do you think your legacy is for them?
Um, feeling what are you doing, not just paint for paint, or to sell something. No, just because it's really comes from your heart, and that's it.
And any I want I don't think that I want you to give an advice to young people or to adults or anything, but if there's people that feel the interest and maybe the passion to do something like you do, what would be your best advice?
work work and try, and if it doesn't like you, the result, keep working.
Okay. Well, we have come to the end of the interview. Anything else that you may want to add, or any message that you want to transmit to other fellow artists?
Yes, that it's good idea to follow your dreams and follow what you really want to do.
What do you see yourself like in, I don't know, in the long term?
Working, painting.
Yes, do you want to
Yes.
have your own show, your own gallery?
Oh yes, I would love to have that, but if I if it I won't have it keep working and
Okay.
keep painting.
Thank you so much, Maria, for sharing your passion with us.
Thank you.